about to leave. Already packing, come with me. I'm not.
Hello friends and enemies, welcome back to Happy For Now. This is my January 2021 mid-month wrap-up. I've already read 13 books this month. I'm doing pretty dang good. I'm gonna run you through the books I read so far this month in order of reading them, and then I was gonna let you know what I'm currently reading so you know some of what's coming at the end of the month. We're just gonna talk about the books in the order I read them. I'm gonna give you my ratings, tell you about them, and then we're gonna move on. There's no stats in this video. We will do all stats at the end of the month. And then I wanted to tell you I implemented a new system, which is the 6-star system, kind of like what Bethany does over at Beautifully Bookish Bethany. If a book is like an all-time favorite, I will give it 6 stars, so I know that when I go make my favorites of the year, I have like an extra little like, I know these books should be on that list. So first of all, I read Party Favors by Erin McKellen. This is such a delightful sapphic romance. We're following two friends, Ren and Amanda, who've been talking online forever, and they come together to celebrate New Year's together after having been friends for like 3 years, and it turns into the two of them falling in love, and it's so sweet. This book was utterly delightful. I talked about it in my reading vlog for the new year, and I honestly don't know why it took me so long to pick up Erin McKellen books, because these are exactly what I want. There is like super steamy. There is a lot of use of fun things in the bedroom, aka toys, and she did such a great job with this sapphic romance. Ren and Amanda were both such sweet characters. I really loved them. I really liked how the third act worked in this. It was kind of a third act breakup, but not. And it was just such a steamy, quick holiday novella. This is on Kindle Unlimited if you are interested in it, so you can definitely pick it up pretty easily. Then I read Blue Flag Volume 1 by Kato. So this is the first volume of a manga series, and I think it was like a 3.5 for me. I just felt like I didn't get enough in that intro. So you are following 3 friends. Hold on, I need to switch book editions. You're following a group of 4 people. Two of them are friends. So you have Tachi and Futaba and what is his name? And Toma. So Futaba wants Tachi to help her get Toma to notice her, and then it's kind of about the two, Tachi and Futaba, like falling in love. This was cute. I didn't hate it, but I also like, I need more. Like, I'm just not far enough in yet. Like, 1 volume was not enough to give me a feeling on this manga, what I think of it yet. So 3.5, I'm very interested to continue and see how it goes. We'll see. I also read the graphic novel adaptation of The Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. So I wouldn't go into The Long Way Down by reading the graphic novel first. I highly recommend you listen to the audiobook, which is what I had done last year or the year before. And I really, really love that book. I love the audio especially, and I really loved the graphic novel. It was a solid 5-star read, whereas the audiobook is like a 6-star for me. It's an all-time favorite. I think there's a lot packed into this. You could reread it probably many times over and still possibly not completely derive the message happening like at the end and what is going on, but I can't recommend it enough. This is about a boy whose brother is murdered in an act of gang violence, and he has to carry on the task of killing his brother's killer, and it's this code that's handed down, and there's just him taking this elevator down from his building, his apartment building, and meeting all of his dead family and friends on the way. It's very emotional. It is a gut punch of a book. You need to read it if you haven't. Next we have Alatsue by Darcy Little Badger, which is so fun. We have a Lipan Apache representation in this book. She herself is that, and is also asexual, and the main character in this book, Alatsue, is asexual. So that's kind of a cool little bonus thing we've got going on here. The best thing I can say about this is this book hooked me right in. I could not stop listening to it and reading it. I was switching back and forth between the audiobook and the ebook on this, and I just like couldn't put it down. I didn't want to finish it. Like, I was like, I don't want to be done with this book. I gave it 5 stars. I think like as far as like how it's written and the writing and the quality, it is a 5-star book. Is it my perfect 5-star Darcy Little Badger book? Maybe not, but I do think that if you have any interest in a wonderful YA adventure with like urban fantasy elements and ghost mammoths and ghost dogs, you need to pick up Darcy Little Badgers a lots away. So worth the hype. Then I read Food Wars Volume 3. I also talked about this in my vlog. It started to get a little repetitive. We've been marathoning the anime and we're actually caught up now on what's available on Netflix for it. So I was kind of like in tandem with the anime. So now I'm ready to kind of go back and read it, and not while I'm watching it. So I gave this a like 4-star rating. This one was honestly like an episode of the anime I didn't really care for as much, but I'm excited to continue the journey. This is about Soma. Soma, who goes to this elite cooking school, and they all compete to stay in the school, and him and his friends. It's very, very fun. And it's definitely an adult manga because of what happens when people eat the food, and it's hilarious. I also finished my reread of A Hunger Like No Other by Cressley Cole, and all I'm gonna say is when I reread these, they immediately got higher star ratings than my first go around. This series, there's just no way the whole thing pretty much isn't gonna be 5 stars for me. I know one book is still gonna be a 4-star because I cannot get over how he is redeemed, but it's still masterfully done. And I really love the Immortals After Dark series. I'm not saying it's perfection, but there's something about it in which I'm able to escape the world with it in a perfect way. But A Hunger Like No Other follows Lachlan and Emma. Lachlan literally rips his leg off so he can reach Emma in Paris. He's been like sent to hell to be like chained up and like repeatedly tortured kind of, but not killed, and he sends his mate and he has to get to her. And this one is just like, it's such an alpha hero. So like if you read this book and you hated it, you maybe could try book 2. We'll get there in a minute. You might like it more, but like you're diving headfirst into paranormal tropes, which are alpha heroes that are over the top and ridiculous. Like he's literally so alpha that he learns to drive by watching her drive. It's so silly. But it's really honestly still a very sweet romance. I would say a lot of people probably don't like Emma because she comes off as a very Mary Sue bland character, but I actually really enjoy Emma because I think you see immense character growth from her throughout the book, and it's like kind of turned on its head, this idea that she's this Mary Sue. I will have a full vlog out at the end of the month for the first 3 books in the series where I go more in depth on my opinions and feelings about it, but just a little preview. Then I read Deal with the Demon by Chase Verity. This was so good. I'm so mad at myself for waiting. My friend Melinda was talking about it last year, and I was like, oh, I need to read that. And then it was like in the Romance Sparks Joy, grow your TBR for 2021. And I was like, I need to read that. And I finally picked it up. This is a normal person romance, and I love it. I live for these. A single mom working 2 jobs, Heidi, cannot catch a break. She can barely keep her head above water. She's got 2 teenagers, and Dristan, a demon, shows up and says, you can do whatever you want with me. You can kill me, you can sell pictures of me on the internet, whatever, to make money. And she says, no. Can you help me take care of the kids in the house? And he does. So she can work this other job and make more money. And it's just beautiful. Utter perfection. Demon house husband for life. Then I read Sweat and Soap Volume 5, which, my heart. I'm caught up now and I'm sad about it. This continues to follow the story of Asako and Notori, who are just sweet, sweet beings that I want to watch fall in love forever. This is very slice of life. It includes like a smell fetish thing where like he likes to smell her, and it's just very cute. They're very sweet. It involves a lot of communicating with each other about their wants and likes and dislikes, etc., which I also really appreciate. And it just was so good. It was so, so good. And then I read another manga. If you're like, wow, you're reading a lot of manga. I'm trying to read a manga every night or 2 before bed because I just find it very like chill to like read something and finish it. This may pivot some to more novellas too this year. I don't know. I'm just enjoying my time slowly reading through some series. I read Blue Flag Volume 2, which I did give 4 stars to, and I do think is a 4-star volume. This is when we really start to see a development among the group of friends and love and their interest in each other, and it's just very, very sweet. I'm nervous for how this is gonna all play out though. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm very nervous since 2 of the friends have crushes on the other 2 and the 2 are falling for each other that they have crushes on. I also, of course, had to dive right into Wayward Children Book 6, which is a great starting point if you have not read the Wayward Children series. This is about Reagan, who discovers a land called The Hooflands, and it's full of horses, like centaurs and unicorns. And the this one has an intersex main character, which I found really interesting and a great little plot point to add in. And they are a horse girl, as we would call them, or boy. Horse them. They are a horse person. They are a horse person in this book, as in like very, very into horses. And she has to help when she goes through the door to the woodlands. She meets like kelpies and all kinds of things. It just, you know, she kind of, there's a lot of learning about quests and what a quest is or isn't and how they can play out. Okay, so I do want to give quick content warnings on the Across the Green Grass Fields. We have interphobia, which is phobia of intersex. I had to Google it. And we also have bullying. So just FYI on that, so you know. These are also not children's books. Do not give them to children, y'all. Like, I see sometimes people think these are kids' books. These are not kids' books. These are full-on, like, adult fantasy, adult portal fantasy, really. All right, next we have 3 more books, and then we're done. So yes, 13 books so far this month. I am doing great. We have No Rest for the Wicked by Cressley Cole. Again, Mortals After Dark read along. Links in the description box if you want to join us and read these books together for like the next 6 months. We'd love to have you in the chats. Anyways, Sebastian is such a sad boy and I love him so much, and Katerin is just emotionless, and it's the perfect like juxtaposition of each other. And I just think it's such a different book than the first book, and I love that about it. I love the amazing race slash like aspect of it, like this huge competition, the ending, all of it. So good. If you want to continue trying the series, if you didn't love the first book, this one you may like. If you don't like it after this, I would say just give up. But also, you don't have to read these. Just because I love them doesn't mean you have to read them. Again, 5 stars. Adored it. I also gave Shauna Maguire 5 stars. Did I say that? Whatever, we're rolling with this today. All right, last 2 books I read this month. Yay! This month, so far this month. I'm not done for the month yet. First of all, I also read Dreamin' Sun by Ichigo Takano. I left off freaking author names on some of the other months. Oh man, I'm so bad about this, I'm sorry. This is from the creator of Orange, and this follows a girl whose mom has been dead since she was little, like since she was 7, and she's been miserable, and her dad remarries and they have a baby, and she feels unloved and unwelcomed in the house. She runs away. She ends up moving in with this landlord and 2 boys that she goes to high school with. And it seems to be about her finding her own confidence and self. I give it 4 stars. I'm curious enough to continue and read at least 1 more volume or 2 more volumes to see if I like it. It's only 10 volumes, so I may just read it all to see what I think at the end of the day, but we'll see. Then last, I read The Demon Prince of Momochi House, Volume 2 by Ao Shiotu. This was a solid 4 star as well. I'm really liking watching the story develop. So this girl inherits the Momochi house where Ao lives, and he is like a demon monster killer dude thing. He transforms into this cat dude, and he's like kind of in love with Himari, who's our main character that has inherited Momochi house. And it's just about her like navigating this life, living in this house with them and the demons there and all those things. Very curious to see how it goes. I'm only 2 volumes in, so I don't have a lot to say about it. So that's my reading month so far. Obviously it's been a pretty good one. I am also, I figure I'll share with you what I'm currently reading. I'm in the middle of 3 books right now. I'm reading The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan for the Percy Jackson read along. I need to actually read more than 1 chapter of that before the end of the month. Can I do it? I can probably do it. I'm also reading These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, which is a historical Romeo and Juliet retelling. I will be hopefully finishing that up this week, but we'll see. And then I just started Highland Spitfire by Mary Wine. So, oh wait. So for These Violent Delights, what I can say to you is it's a really fun historical Romeo and Juliet retelling so far. There's some interesting horror elements in this book, so I'm very curious to see where it goes. I don't have much more to say about it. Then last, Highland Spitfire is a Highlander arranged marriage situation, and so far it's really cute. I'm like 20% through, and I'll be done with it soon, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. if you want to drop an emoji, just drop a book stack emoji, because my reading's already out of control this year, so be sure to do that. If you want to find me anywhere on the internet, there are links in the description box down below to be my friend. Anywhere you want to join me, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. You can also find links to all the books I just talked about in that description box, and links to the Immortal After Dark read along if you want to join us, and the Romance YouTuber Discord. And I will catch you in the next video.
Really asking, we'll get away to a place where we don't know.